Hello and welcome to another Stage Analysis video. I've been talking about over the last few weeks transitioning away from the IBD industry group's bell curve and the post that I do for that each week. So which if I quickly flick to is this one where I basically go through, show the amount of groups in each zone taken out from the bullish percent data, and what we're going to be moving to is the GICS Sub-industry bell curve, which is live on the page. So you can see how these are not interactive. We now have on the website the GICS Sub-industries bell curve, which is an interactive table where you can click, you can open, you can see which stocks are in each group, and then you can go through to individual stock pages. But what we've got below is also the table of them in order, so it shows them in order of the stage analysis technical attribute scores of 6 or greater, which is the strong zone. So the percentage of stocks in each group that has stocks on a score of 6 or above. So for example, the aluminium group has 100% on 6 or above, and so does the silver group at the moment. So if we click on silver, see it opens up, all of these have got a 6 or greater, whereas if we go down to oil and gas exploration and production, you can see it says 76%. So you can see in here, if we scroll down through the group, we've got a bunch of stocks at the bottom down here which are below a score of 6. So 76% of the 29 stocks here are on a 6 or above in the strong zone. So, and what we've now added this week, which is the new features, which is the relative changes. So we've got the 1 week change. So you can see here there was a 59% increase in the electric utilities group of stocks moving above a SATA 6. So in here you can see on the weekly change figures, so all of these stocks +2, +2, +5, +5, they're now in a 6 or greater, whereas even the rest of the group had some strong moves that in the weaker end of the range. But you can see this group was very strong this week with 59% of the group actually moving above a SATA 6 or more. So you can see that was a big change for that. And so this is another way that you can use this data. You can order this and change it so you can see which ones had the biggest moves. So you can see this week utilities was where the main strength was at the end of the week. Particularly passenger airlines was another area. You can see here +22%, so 56% of its stocks are now on a 6 or above. So we click into here, you can see the stronger end, so United Airlines being the strongest of those this week with our new stage 2 breakout attempt on some heavy volume here following earnings results. So it's another way that you can now use this data to go through, and we've also got the 2 week, the 4 week and the 13 week change. So you can either sort the order through here while going down through, or you can just quickly, if it has no change, it gets a little dash, and if it has a minus change, it's in red with a minus in front of it. So you can see which ones dropped down on the week and which ones actually were rising. So there wasn't many rising into the strong zone this week. We had 4 groups basically rising into the strong zone. So you can quickly look down here and see what's going on, or you can come back up into the chart at the top here. Let me just scroll that out of the way. And what I've also done on the table is any groups that are rising, they are changed to uppercase. So multi, for example, here you can see it's an uppercase. Gas utilities, we've got consumer finance, and we got electric utilities. So all of these 4, for example, had a positive week. So we click on multi-utilities here, you can see the positive changes in the group, and you can also order by the strength of change in the group, or the amount of relative strength, or the relative strength change, etc. So lots of different ways that you can use that info in that. But my favorite way is just to use the table itself, the chart itself, like this, whereas now you can see the groups on the move. You can see down here we've got positive moves in all of these, and then you can quickly click into any of these and just see what's happening, and then find the ones that had the strongest changes, go through their charts and start to make your list, and then go off to your various charting platforms. So as I said, this week at the moment, utilities was one of the main movers at the end of the week, with some strong moves. So not exactly healthy kind of market with that regard. You can see there was a lot of negative moves on the week, vastly more than there was positive. So it gives really good, useful, quick information. So you can see there was a vastly less stocks groups moving higher than there was moving lower this week. So, and then the overall distribution of the bell curve tells you that as well. So at the moment the average is at 33%, so we're over here. So we've dropped down over the last few weeks as it was much more in the middle recently. So there's only a few areas of strength now. So this has also been broken down into zones. So we've got the weak zone, so the 0 to 40% area is what we consider weak. So that's when we've got scores of 0 to 3 in the SATA, and then we've got 40 to 60% range is what we call neutral range, and then 60% plus is the strong range. So you can see at the moment this is color coded by sector. So materials is this teal color, so steel, precious metals and miners. We've got diversified chemicals, construction materials, commodity chemicals, paper products, gold, silver, copper, aluminium, all in the strong zone, all from the materials group. So another way that we're going to be able to use this data, other than just clicking into the groups and going through the individual stocks, is I'm going to have multiple other pages. So if I scroll down here where we've got not just the sub-industries, but we've got the industry data. So you'll be able to do exactly the same as you do in the sub-industries with the broader industry data, and also with the group data. So it's 25 groups. So you can see at the moment the bell curve very much shifted to the left here. We've got energy, materials, utilities at the top. So you can look for the broader themes in here. So this will be in the groups. And then we've also got sectors, and then another way of looking at the sectors. So at the moment, energy 58%, materials 59.38%, utilities 59.65%. So utilities actually taking the lead slightly at the moment. So these are our three strongest groups, but no groups now or sectors in the strong range, which is 60% or greater. Majority of the sectors are in the lower half of the table at the moment. So these are other ways that I'm going to be able to use this data. So hopefully you will find that useful, and more useful than what we was doing with the IBD industry groups bell curve data, as obviously this wasn't interactive. So this new interactive feature is for the members only on the website, unfortunately. But I think it's going to be one of the most useful tools in terms of doing the forest to the trees approach with stage analysis. So I hope you like it, and I will be doing the weekly updates for the bell curve post using a quick video for these instead of the text post that I have been doing for that. So I think it's more useful to go through what's on the move, so we can quickly find out what's strong, what's weak. You can see electric utilities, tobacco, multi-utilities, distributors, broadcasting, soft drinks, etc. So for example, looking at the soft drinks at the moment, you see Pepsi, Coke, Dr. Pepper all had a really strong week here. We've got a 5, a 6 and an 8 in terms of the SATA scores. So again, approaching back towards its stage 2 level for Pepsi here, but still underperforming in terms of relative strength. But SATA score is starting to get better there. Still in a weak group at the moment, only 38% of the group here. You can see rebounding at the 30-week moving average for Coke as well, back to a 6, again underperforming relative strength wise. And same with Dr. Pepper here, just potentially developing in early stage 1. Relative strength still below the 0 line here on a neutral 5 at the moment. So you can quickly go through the individual stocks in the groups on the move. You can then make watch lists in your charting platforms of your choice. Trading Views obviously a very good choice in terms of if you want to match the stage analysis technical attributes charts. So for example, if you were looking at any of these, so what was it this week? Had some strong moves, JetBlue for example, Alaska Air, United Airlines as I said. So you can see JetBlue, JBLU consolidating in early stage 2 here at the moment, just above the mantle of relative strength 0 line here, slightly on a SATA 8. So looking for what we call a stage 2 continuation breakout attempt in this one. So you could take this off to your individual charting platform, for example, and the other stocks from the group, make a little watch list and set alerts, etc., so that you're ready to act on those if you wanted to trade those kind of stocks. So Alaska Airlines making a stage 2 continuation, just breaking back above its relative strength 0 line here and hitting a SATA 10. So this is a few ways that you can use this data. There's going to be lots of other features as well. I'll make a video that is linked on the page that explains how to use this, how the bell curve works, its contrarian nature, i.e. when we're when the majority of the sectors or the groups are over the left-hand side of the chart, we're then looking for them to start to push back out that way again. It's more of a, you tend to get close to a swing low when everything's on one side of the chart, and same when everything's on the other side of the chart. It's much more likely to be getting towards the highs and then starting to roll over. So, but a middle range is a much more selective market. So there's lots of ways you can use this data. I'll do a detailed video on the different ways that you can use the bell curve. But in terms of just a really useful tool for quickly seeing what's on the move based on their stage analysis technical attributes and relative strength data, I think the bell curve is going to be a fantastic tool going forward. So I hope you like that. Any questions, let me know, and I'll see you on the weekend video tomorrow.